Talkies, Mr. Chopra. It is a pleasure to chat with you every time. I must say, Usha Colony is a place I envy, right? And I'll try to subtly coax you to try and convince all the people who live at Usha Colony to get a non-IAS to buy a piece of land there. I know it's very difficult, but I'll keep coaxing you. How have you been, sir?
I've been very well. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Quickly to introduce Mr. Chopra, 1985 batch IAS, Additional Chief Secretary, Government of West Bengal. So you've had some very, very senior positions in the government. But, I want to chat about something very general that there's a perception, right, in India, and mostly in India, that ye to sarkari hai. When a toilet is a public toilet.
Come on. Let me interrupt you here. I mean, the metro is sarkari.
The metro is beautiful.
Beautiful, right?
Yeah.
So, and I can show you a number of places which are non-sarkari and which are not very good. Look, there are very efficient government systems. There are very efficient private systems. You can, compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges.
Yeah.
So, for one Reliance, I'll give you one oranges.
Fair
so,
enough.
we will give you, for one good institute. I mean, look at the IIMs. Look at the AIMS. These are world-class institutions. These are all government, founded by the government with substantial improvements that are being done by the government. Look at the UPSC. It's a world-class institution. So how do you say that government is not doing well? So India could not have been the third largest economy if we were not doing well.
Yeah, we are the third largest economy. We are number one in UPI transactions across the globe, 15x of the US. But I'll cite examples of what is always in the news fraternity. Since we are part of the media, I'll give you examples.
Allow me to also ask you.
Let me play Arnab today. I'll talk more than you do. So I will tell you. I'll give you an example. And this is again, Arnab ran a big story on the monkey sighting in the stadium, right? And this was the Indira Gandhi International Stadium in New Delhi. Pathetic state, right? Now, the problem here is if I own something, I run something, I'm responsible and I'll make sure it's perfect, spick and span. Stadium ki zimmedari kiski hai, sir? I mean, again, so I'm asking you, since you've been on that side of the system, don't you think that individuals don't fail, it is teams which fail?
Absolutely.
And there are answerability multiple layers.
You're very right there, that there are.
So this was a counter to the UPSNAA example which you gave me. So I'm coming with the monkey in the stadium.
Look, the point is that in the large number of things that the government does,
right,
the very large number of things that government does, there will always be some which are not as good as the rest.
Right.
There will always be some which will not be as good as the rest. But when you look at the entirety of things, when you look at the number of transactions which the government makes every day, the failures are there. But when you are looking at millions of transactions, there will be some failures. I mean,
nobody example, monkey ka stadium ka example ho gaya. I wish that stadium was privately owned and privately run, and the kind of infrastructure in Dubai, Sri Lanka, some countries, where things are smaller, things are slower. I think we are a victim of size, right?
We're not a victim. Look, we
are too democratic, sir.
Look, let's understand something. The democracy, political democracy, municipal governance, civic sense, ethics, I wouldn't say that they're all in different silos. These silos are all connected. But the fact is that, we are a very complex system and systems are improving. The point which I've always wanted to ask is, are we better than we were 5 years ago? Are we better than we were 10 years ago?
Again, very subjective point. So there are things which are better if you look at the infrastructure and the road connectivity. I drove down from Lucknow, midnight, peaceful and beautiful infrastructure and all, right? But again, a very sensitive topic. When it comes down to corruption down in the system at the root level, it is rampant, sir. It is rampant. I mean, the kind of ransom calls MSMEs get is scary. How do you clean that up? And I'm asking you because you guys run the government. You've run the government. Politicians will come and go, right?
No, look, again, let's not make this binary between politicians and bureaucracy and citizens. It is all together. I mean, there can be no corruption unless somebody is giving and somebody is taking.
It's a two-way thing.
It's a two-way thing, right?
KP Singh, sorry to cut you. KP Singh, the founder of DLF, he's run this fantastic book, Why the Heck Not? And he's gone very vocal on interviews and his book. And he says that, listen, I've never engaged in bribery. I've created this multi-billion-dollar environment. But in India, to get things done, there is something called speed money. तो आप अपना कुछ काम कराना है, आप फाइल भराओगे, 6 महीने पड़े रहेगी.
Look, Pankaj, let me now. No, one sec. You can quote KP Singh, I can quote 10 other people. But let me tell you, what is the root cause of corruption? The root cause of corruption is the mismatch between demand and supply.
Yeah.
The mismatch between demand and supply causes corruption. with the proper use of institutions, with the proper use of technologies, and with the proper use of a directed policy, you can cut it out.
Yeah.
I've been Secretary Industries in Uttarakhand, and I can say it with full authority that we were able to disperse so much land because we have a transparent system. We can do it. There are systems which are transparent. There are systems which are non-transparent. There are non-transparent systems in the private sector. There are non-transparent systems in the government. Now, with the coming in of GST, do you think corruption has gone up or has it gone down?
It's gone down to a great extent. Transparency.
No, it's fine. So, it is only, we are just beginning to get used to. Let me give you another example. You see, you and I, when we were growing up, you knew what black money is.
Yeah.
Because when you went to buy sugar, it was 2 rupees in the ration shop and 10 rupees outside.
So that was bad money. Black money was,
right.
Yeah.
But look, when my son was about 11, 12 years old, he asked me, Dad, what is black money? Because in the lived experience of 10-year-olds, there is no black money. But in our lived experience 30 years ago, there was black money.
Yeah.
That is because we were in an economy of shortages.
Yeah.
The moment you transit from an economy of shortages to an economy of plenty, this sort of corruption goes.
Yeah.
Now, the point is that, in a country of our size, of our dimension, which has had a past which is very wonky, which is so many things, we'll not get into that. That's the subject of another discussion. Now, with the coming in of even this direct benefit transfers, with the coming in of GST, with online registration of FIR, with online monitoring, with everything going on the cloud insofar as your examination things are concerned, I think we are doing quite well.
No. So I will compliment you on that.
I will not say that there is no corruption in the country, but what I'm saying is, are we moving in the right direction or are we not moving in the right direction?
We are definitely moving in the right direction, and I will compliment you on the fact that when it comes to TDS refunds, which used to go 2 years earlier, now are happening in 6-8 months. So things are improving. There is no denying that.
I mean, certainly the level of cleanliness in this country was pathetic 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's much better now. You had the Swachhata Abhiyan, you had nothing.
Airports are good, stations are good, bus stations are improving.
So, I mean, therefore, let us not give you to get out of this mindset that everything is bad. I mean, things are good, things can be better.
Yeah.
Nobody is saying that things can be better.
Yeah.
Now, our metros are world class. I mean, look, if you compare your metro.
You've taken the metro, I'll take the Indian Railway. Now, that's an
the
example
Indian
that we give. And we give an example in the private sector. Ki boss, speed up. We have to move from the railways to the metro.
Look, in the private sector, it is your privilege to fail. In the private sector, if 10 companies go down, it is considered it's okay. They've gone down. But government, because it is considered to be sovereign, it's considered it never must go down. I mean, look, the fact is that when you talk about the private sector, one of the Ambanis has gone down completely.
Yeah.
You don't blame the whole private sector because Ambani's gone down. He was one half of the great Ambani family.
Yeah.
You talk about him.
Yeah.
One failure in the government and you make such a big
I want to ask you something it might sound stupid, right? We take a lot of pride in being the world's largest democracy, right? Hypothetical, again, very hypothetical example. If I was to tomorrow decide the CEO of my company would be democratically elected, correct?
Nobody has asked. There's a basic difference between a company and a government. You can opt to be a shareholder, you may opt not to be a shareholder. It's your choice.
Right.
You can invest in a company or you may not invest in a country. But if you are an Indian, you are an Indian. If you are a voter, you are a voter.
Yeah.
You cannot opt to become and vote in Singapore. It is not your choice, but you can choose to be a part of a particular investor-owned firm. So this is the choice. Yeah. Nobody has compelled me to, come to Lalit Hotel. We've chosen it by choice.
Yeah.
It's not nobody has driven me by the gunpoint and said that you must have your event here. It's my choice. But you are a citizen of this country. You are a citizen of this country and you have a responsibility as a citizen of this country. Article 51 enjoins you to be responsible.
Absolutely.
And if we are not responsible, then we cannot talk about, government doing everything. You and me, we are all the government. Now. We are all part of a larger society.
When I said that, are we too big and too democratic? We suffer because of volumes. Had we been smaller pieces,
you also realize
accountability
that accountability is a function of how we are structuring things. Now, if a system is structured better, we'll have a better accountability and better things. And I think we're moving towards that.
Yes.
Let's realize that we are coming out of a control economy. Please understand that how long have we been out of the control economy?
Just like yesterday.
Right. So when we move out of a controlled economy, then that is how things start changing. So I'm as frustrated as you are with many things that the government is not doing right.
Yeah.
But the fact is that the government is also doing many things right.
Yeah. So tell me, on structures and planning, what is that wish list that within the existing system we can become more answerable. I'll give an example of the recent Yuvraj Mehta, right?
No, I'll tell you what has to be done is, and what the government has been trying to do, what everyone is trying to say, is that we got to decentralize, right?
Yeah.
The municipal authorities have to be more important. Zilla panchayats have to be given the responsibility, and that is where the government of India does a very good job. State governments do a very good job, but when it comes to municipal governance, when it comes to policing at that level, there are problems, and we've got to rectify them.
Yeah.
But look, you see, the point is that a country has a problem, and then the country tries to get over it. Like you had a lot of problems in real estate, then the RERA came into being.
Yes.
Problems have been reduced substantially. I wouldn't say that corruption has disappeared in the real estate sector, but the RERA has brought about a major difference.
Yeah.
We've got a major problem in Bhopal in 1984. All the environmental acts stepped in after that. We've had a problem in Indore, heads have rolled. The point is that in a country of this size, there will always be problems. But because there are problems, it doesn't mean that we will not try to resolve them.
We are on the same page. Size is a challenge, and that's the biggest challenge that we face.
Well, size is also a strength. Size is also a strength.
As long as move together.
Your tariffs have come down because of the size.
Yeah.
The tariffs would not have come down.
18. So it goes from 10 to 15 to 20 to 25 to 18.
Okay.
Come on, that's a bargaining tactic, sir. मैं आपको 2 glass देके एक वापस दे लूँगा, then I return half, you'll feel happy about it, right? We all know that fact, but not to blame any individual. Obviously, we are trying. I want to ask you something which is closer to your heart and very close to my heart. IAS training. What is that one thing that you want IAS officers to leave with, right? In the training, that when they go back. Patriotism comes from within, right?
Look, I think
integrity comes from within.
What the IAS, and for that matter all services, need to do, and we are trying to inculcate that, is that, look, selection in the UPSC is a mark of your individual excellence. But nations are run, companies are run, organizations are run when you work as teams. So it is the team spirit, it is collaboration, it is listening, it is working together. Now, you will say that all this is said all the time, but the fact is that this is what we try to do. Sometimes we succeed, sometimes we don't succeed. But the point is, this is an effort that is being made.
Yeah.
It is different from the training that the IC has got. It is different from the training that was given in the first few years of independence. So now we understand and know that we have to work with the political system. We have to work with the political executive, that we are not at cross purposes.
Yeah.
The me and the politician and the civil society and the business, we are not at cross purposes.
What is your wish within your heart that every IAS who's trained under you, right? What is it that they take home? That one thing, is it patriotism? It is what, like, you
patriotism is given because everybody has, what is excellence? Yeah. That whatever we do, whatever charge we are given, whatever we are responsible for, the end product must be excellent. The process must improve, systems must be excellent, and that's what we are trying for. That's what we are striving for.
Absolutely, I agree with that. And I want to talk a little more about Vowels. You want to chat a little on Vowels, the initiative that you're currently working on. It's nice.
The Vowels is an outcome of the Value of Words. The Value of Words is a celebration of literature.
Right.
You know, we try to celebrate languages, we try to celebrate the word in all the manifestations. So that's what we try to do. And so Vowels is the magazine which reflects the 40 best books that have been published in the last calendar year.
Across the country. And
so
any particular genre, anything specific?
Yeah, both, 5 books from each category, which is English fiction, English non-fiction, Hindi fiction, Hindi non-fiction, writings for young adults, writings for children. So all this is, so these 40 authors in 8 categories. So we interview them and we try to get them to various locations.
And you got a jury to select all of that?
The winners of the last year become the jury for the current year.
Awesome. Awesome. And what are the plans for Vowels? Make it bigger?
Well,
it's doing well.
No, the point is, again, you use very business-like term, bigger. We want to make it better. Bigger is, Pankaj, तुम्हारा पूरा फंडा जो है, it's all driven by, the bottom line. I mean, हमारा कोई profit motive तो है ही नहीं. हमें तो profit होता ही नहीं है. जो मिलता है वो करते हैं.
Rolex की लेनी है ना, we have to discuss that. Okay.
No. You see, the point is that it has to be better. Yeah. The point is that it is not a festival in which we invite the best books. Yeah. So the book may be written by a celebrity, it may not have been written by a. In fact, a lot of people who have come to us were people who have done well because of the acknowledgement that they have received from the Value of Words and various other things.
No, so I'll defend the word bigger. By bigger means broad-based, reaching to more people. And I actually see after we first chatted and all, I see a Vowel chapter in different parts. Every 6 months you're traveling in the country.
This is what we are trying to do. So what we do now is
we should do one in Bombay soon.
We
I'll
do.
get you. We'll do it together. We'll do a bigger one
Okay.
and try to get more people from the industry. And it just helps to get more interesting people. We had like cast of OTT series. Let's see how we can, embed it to reach out to more people.
Certainly, but let me again be. I am interested in celebrating books that have already been written.
Yeah.
You see, because a lot of writing is a solitary exercise.
Yes.
It's not like being on the Netflix. It's not like being on big cinema or something.
Yeah.
So writing is a solitary exercise.
It is.
Now this solitary, the person who's put in 3 years, 4 years writing something, he cannot compete with a Bollywood star.
You can't.
So and we need to give space to them. We need to give space to writers who have spent a lot of time in doing the non-fiction book, for example, would take you 3 to 4 years to do a good non-fiction book, right? So we need to celebrate those works.
Yeah.
That's my focus.
Yeah.
Right?
What a fantastic set of people to engage with. Authors and the best of the best authors.
Yes.
Engage them in a regular way. Fantastic. I had fun chatting. I had fun on the disagreements, on the fact that we are suffering scale.
Of course. That is why you see in India we have Vaad, Vivad, Prativaad. You see, and that is the basic difference between when you talk about civilizational context. I mean, China is all Confucius.
Yeah.
That's all, obedience.
Yeah.
Agree with me. Agree to me because I'm the boss.
So
here it's all about, here it is not disagreement, but here it is engagement.
And beyond a point, you agree to disagree also.
Agree to disagree.
But you got to move forward. That's what life is all about.
Forward, yes.
Yes,
certainly.
And you got an infectious smile. You can win away with anything. But fantastic chatting with you, sir.